Greetings and thanks for your interest in the Patient Reminder module. We started this module 5 years ago and we have many happy clients using this new technology to reach out to their patients. I'm excited to offer it to you, so let's get started. Currently, the module offers 3 services. The Appointment Reminder service reminds patients of a scheduled appointment via call, email, and/or text. The Recall Reminder service brings patients back who are due for a follow-up and is directly linked to the Recall tab in Practice Manager. These 2 services are included in your setup fee. The Broadcast service has 2 features. You can send a message to patients who have a scheduled appointment that day to alert them that the office is closing, or you can send mass announcements to all or some of your patients, perhaps to announce something like a practice relocation or flu shots are in. For all 3 services, we can call the patient's home or cell phone, and we can send email, call, and/or text. So here's how the appointment service works. We'll have your staff record messages for the calls and set up text and/or email templates one time. You can change them anytime in the future. Then we'll map the in-house codes in Practice Manager to your reminder messages. When your staff exports the appointments every day from within Practice Manager using a predetermined configuration that we set up together, your patients will receive a call, text, or email. And if they respond, you can import those results right back into the Appointment tab of Practice Manager. We incorporated 2 dialogues within Practice Manager for the Patient Reminder module. The first dialog can be found on the Patient tab and the Patient Reminder Preference button. This dialog allows us to set up preferences during setup to call the primary and secondary number and whether to allow calls or texts and email. After we set this up, you can change these preferences for every patient that comes in the door, allowing them to choose how to be reminded. We tucked the other dialog up in Add-ins Patient Reminder module. This is where we set up the configurations for your practice. Perhaps you don't want to send a reminder out for every practice or provider and/or appointment reason code. You have the ability to go through these drop-down lists and simply uncheck the code that you don't want to send a reminder out for. Keep in mind, if you enter any new codes into the system, they will automatically be in these lists and checked by default to ensure that everyone gets a reminder. The main screen of this dialog is where your staff will click Export and Import every day to update us with the latest and greatest appointments. Each time you hit Export, it will send out 2 weeks' worth of appointment information with the appropriate contact preferences, and will give us updates on the latest new appointments and your cancellations, so we know who to remind. When a patient receives a call reminder, they will see your practice's name and number on the caller ID, so they're more likely to answer. There's 3 parts to a call reminder. The first part is a message spoken in your voice or your staff's voice, which is customizable and can be changed at any time. The second part of the reminder is a professionally recorded woman's voice speaking the patient's name, appointment date, and time. The third part is optional. You can give the patient the option to press 1 to confirm or 2 to reschedule. The main greeting that the patients hear is usually recorded by someone in your office that actually does the call reminders now, so it's a familiar voice. You can say anything. As an example, "Hello, this is Main Street Medical calling to remind you of your upcoming appointment. Please remember to bring your insurance card, photo ID, and co-payment with you." In the main body of the call reminder, you have the ability to customize the call reminder according to the in-house codes in Practice Manager. For example, you can record a message for each schedule type to let them know what the location is. You can also record a message for each provider and appointment reason code in case they need special instructions before the appointment. This is how we can highly customize each reminder to suit your patient's needs. In the second part of the call reminder, a professional recorded woman's voice speaks the patient's name, appointment date, and time. If we find that a husband and wife or mother and children are coming in on the same day and have the same phone number, we will only make 1 call reminder and listing both names in the reminder. This combines the calls, saving you money and the patient's time. In the third part of the call reminder, you have the option to give the patient a chance to press 1 to confirm or 2 to reschedule. This is highly recommended since you can actually import these results back into the Appointment tab of Practice Manager. Please note if they do hit 2 to reschedule, it does not reschedule the appointment in the Appointment tab, it simply changes the confirmation field. There are actually lots of options that you have with this module. Here's a small snippet of just a few of them that we have. We can set up how many days ahead to call versus text versus email. At what time do you want to start at the morning and no later than a certain time at night? We can prompt them to confirm or reschedule. We can email your staff if someone actually presses 2 to reschedule an appointment, so you're alerted right away. We can also set it up not to call on certain days of the week. We can have a max attempt per day and a retry interval in case we have a disconnected number or it's busy. Also, if your staff forgets to export every day, we can have an email sent to someone to alert them to export so that we are updated all the time. It is recommended to hit export and import each day. This will sync everyone up so that everyone has the latest information. When you click import, it will download the results from your previous reminders into the Appointment tab so that your staff can clearly see what's going on with each appointment. After you click the Import button, you will get a one-time activity import detail report, which will list all the information that was just imported into your Appointment tab. You have a one-time chance to print this report, but most people don't, because if you hit Close and go to the Appointment tab, you can see the results right there. When you go to the Appointment tab, you can see the appointment confirmations right on the main screen if you have the Show Confirmation Status checked on this workstation. If not, you can simply double-click on the appointment to see the results right in the Appointment Detail dialog. After the initial setup fee, rates are based on call volume per month. Keep in mind that each reminder type will incur a different charge. For example, if a patient receives both a call and a text, that is 2 separate reminders and will be charged as such. There is no contract, so if you want to cancel, simply call and we can cancel it at any time. As I've mentioned before, there's many options to the Patient Reminder module. We're hoping that it will free up your staff's time and your phone lines. We can also do bilingual reminders upon request, and everything is HIPAA compliant. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you for watching this presentation on the Patient Reminder module. For more information or to enroll, please go to our website at sticomputer.com and click on Solutions, Practice Manager, and Patient Reminders. Have a great day.